Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about electrostatic potential at a point due to an electric dipole. Let us consider two equal and opposite charges separated by the distance 2a. Let us take the point P at the distance r from the midpoint of the dipole, that is O. Theta be the angle between the line PO and the dipole axis AB. Let R1 be the distance between the positive charge and the point P, and R2 be the distance between the negative charge and point P. And here we know the expression for the electrostatic potential due to an point charge at the point P, which is located at the distance R. What is the expression for the electrostatic potential due to point charge? V, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Now we are going to find the electrostatic potential due to these two charges at point P. With the help of the general expression for the electrostatic potential due to point charge, we can find the total electrostatic potential at point P. Here potential at point P due to the charge, first we are going to take the positive charge due to the charge plus Q, that is V plus, let it be V plus, that is equal to, what is the expression? General expression 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q, that is positive charge. So Q by R is the distance between the point charge and the point where you are going to find the electrostatic potential. Here what is the distance between point charge and the point P? That is the distance is R1. Here you have to write R1. Next, potential at point P due to the charge, that is minus Q, because electric dipole has two charges. So here minus Q, V minus, that is equal to, what is the general expression? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q by, what is the distance between negative charge and the point P? That is R2. So minus can be taken in front of that. Now you have to find the total electrostatic potential at the point P due to these two charges. That is nothing but an electric dipole. So what is the total electrostatic potential? V plus plus V minus, that's equal to, this minus can be taken in front of that. So what is the V plus value? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R1 plus, actually plus is there but minus sign, here minus sign is there, so minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R2. Here which is a common thing, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is a common thing, and the Q charge is also a common thing that can be taken outside. So total potential at point P is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q within a bracket 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. I have written the total potential at point P due to these two charges, the total electrostatic potential V, that is equal to 1 by 4 by epsilon naught Q within a bracket 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. If we want to find the total electric potential, we need the value of R1 and R2. That's nothing but a distance between the charges and the point P. To find the value of R1 and R2, we are going to use the cosine law of triangle. In the beginning of the video, I have given the photograph which gives you the idea about the cosine law of triangle. By using the cosine law for the triangle BOP, we can find the value of R1. What's the statement of the cosine law? R1 square, which side you are going to find? So square of that side, R1 square, that is equal to sum of the square of other two sides, sum of squares of other two sides, that is R square plus A square minus 2 product of the two sides R and A, and the opposite angle to that side R1 to that opposite side is theta, cos theta. Sum of the square of the other two sides R square plus A square minus 2 product of the two sides, other two sides RA, and cos of the opposite angle, cos theta. In the 11th standard itself you have learned about this cosine law. You have learned from this expression. I am going to take the R square outside. So R1 square, that is equal to R square can be taken outside. So R square 1. From here you can easily take the R square. It is present there, so you can easily take outside. So 1 plus, but here it's not there. R square is not there, but you can take outside. Anyway, you can take outside A square by R square. Once again you can multiply R square into A square by r square. So it can be cancelled. Once again, you can get that value a square minus, here r square is not present, but r is present. So one r want to be taken outside. So 2a cos theta. So one r I have taken outside. Another one r to balance that r, you can divide by r. Once again, you can multiply with each term. So r square, 1 into r square into a square by r square, it can be cancelled. So once again you can get the a square. Here with this term it is going to multiply. R square multiply means r square can be cancelled. So once again you can get the r. The original expression should not be suffered. Without suffering that, we can take the r square outside. For this expression, I am going to take the square root. Here I am going to take the square root, r1 square. For that we are going to take square root means there is nothing but r1 is equal to, for r square also you have to take square root. Easily you can take, that's nothing but r. For this expression you are going to take, that is also very easy, 1 plus a square by r square minus 2a cos theta by r power 1 by 2. Instead of writing root, we can write power 1 by 2. To apply the value here, we need the reciprocal of the r1. That is very easy. So 1 by r1 we need. But here we can take the reciprocal of the r1. So 1 by r1, that is equal to, for here we can take reciprocal 1 by r, 1 plus a square by r square minus 2a cos theta by r. Here you are going to take a reciprocal means change the sign, minus 1 by 2. Here I have written the expression r is greater than a. So the r has the greater value compared to a. So a square by r square, smaller value divided by greater value, that is negligible value. So that can be neglected from this expression. So I am going to neglect the a square by r square. That is nothing but 1 minus 2a cos theta by r. Now we are going to use the binomial theorem. So the power value can be multiplied with second expression, second value. So power minus 1 by 2 is there, that can be multiplied with the second one. So minus into minus plus. 1 by 2 can be multiplied with this expression, this value. So 2 can be cancelled. What is the remaining thing? Minus into minus plus 2 cancel. What is the value here? 1 plus a cos theta by r. Now you have found the value of 1 by r1. 1 by r1, that is equal to 1 by r within a bracket 1 plus a cos theta by r. That one we are going to apply in an expression to find the total electrostatic potential. And we have to find the value of 1 by r2 also by using the same cosine law for the triangle AOP. Here I am going to use the cosine law for the triangle AOP to find the value of r2. So I have taken the triangle AOP. We know the distance between O and A is A, and distance between the midpoint and the point P is R, and we are going to find the distance between A and P, that is negative charge and the point P, that is nothing but R2. I told already, we have to find this side, R1, R2 square, that is equal to sum of the square of the other two sides. What are the other two sides? R square plus A square minus the product of 2 and the other two sides are A cos. Here what is the opposite angle to that R2? That's nothing but 180 minus theta. How it is 180 minus theta? We know that this is a dipole axis. A, B is a dipole axis, that is a straight line. Straight line makes the angle 180. Here at the midpoint, POB makes the angle theta. But what is the remaining angle? 180 minus theta. Total angle will be theta can be cancelled. So total angle will be 180. So since it is a straight line, we can get the 180. So remaining angle will be 180 minus theta. So what is the value of cos 180 minus theta? I hope in 11th standard you have learned, all students take coffee or all students take chocolate. So first quadrant, all the values are as the positive value. Here sine value only has the positive, tan we will get the positive value here. And the fourth quadrant, it will have the cos will have the positive value. 180 minus theta lies in the second quadrant. Okay, 0, 90, 180. 180 minus theta, that will falls in that angle is falls in a second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sine only has the positive value. Here cos 180 minus theta. What is the value of cos 180 minus theta? Negative value. So we know the value cos, note it down, since cos 180 minus theta that lies in a second quadrant, so it has the negative value, that is equal to cos minus cos theta. You can apply that value here. R1, I'm sorry, R2 square, that is equal to R square plus A square minus 2RA cos 180 minus theta is nothing but a minus cos theta minus cos theta. So the minus can be multiplied here, minus into minus plus. It can be written as cos theta. As we have done in a R1, to find the value of R1, we have done, same procedure can be done here also. R square value want to be taken outside. So R2 square, that is equal to, from this expression we are going to take R square can be taken outside, 1 plus A square by R square plus 2A cos theta by R. If you have a doubt, once again you can multiply and you can get the original expression. What's the next thing? You have to take a square root. For R2 square, you can take the square root. That's nothing but a square can be cancelled. So R2. Instead of for R square, you are going to take a square root. What you can write? You can write the R. Here 1 plus A square by R square plus 2A cos theta by R power 1 by 2. Here also come back to R, that A has the very less value. Here also lesser value by greater value. So what will be the answer? That will be very negligible. So A square by R square can be neglected in this expression. So A square by R square can be neglected. Already 1 is there. So 1 plus this 1 can be neglected. So plus 2A cos theta by R. What we are going to apply here? We are going to apply the 1 by R2. For that you have to take a reciprocal of the R2. So 1 by R2, that is equal to, here you can take reciprocal of R, 1 by R, 1 plus 2A cos theta by R power minus 1 by 2. What you are going to do? You are going to use the binomial theorem. It's nothing but a power value minus 1 by 2 is there, that can be multiplied with the second value. So minus into plus, here it is plus. So what will be the value? Minus 1 minus 2, 1 by 2 want to be multiplied with this value. 2 can be cancelled. What is the remaining thing? 1 minus A by R into cos theta. The power value has been multiplied. So it is only the value of 1 by R2. Now we have found already 1 by R1 value. Now we have found the value of 1 by R2. The two values can be applied here. Then you can find the total potential at point P due to the two charges. Now we are going to apply the value of 1 by R1 and 1 by R2 in the expression to find the value of electrostatic potential. So V, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q. So you are going to apply the value of 1 by R1. What is the value of 1 by R1? Here I have written 1 by R, once again within a bracket, 1 plus A by R cos theta minus, what is the value of 1 by R2? That is nothing but 1 by R within a bracket, 1 minus A by R cos theta. Within this bracket, which is a common thing that can be taken outside. So B, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Already Q is there. So Q divided by, which is a common thing here, R can be the common thing. 1 by R can be the common thing that can be taken outside. So within a bracket, what is the remaining things there? 1 plus A by R cos theta. Here R, 1 by R has been taken already. So minus is there. So minus into 1. That is nothing but minus 1. Minus into minus plus A by R cos theta. I hope you can understand. So R, 1 by R has been taken outside. So minus already there. So minus can be multiplied within that bracket. So minus 1. Here plus 1. That 2 can be cancelled. Here A by R cos theta. Here also same thing. A by R cos theta. That 2 can be added. If it is added means B, that's equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R within a bracket. We are going to add, that means 2A cos theta by R. It can be rewritten as B, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2A Q by R into R square cos theta. Here we already know it is a product of charge and the distance between the two charges, q into 2a. That's nothing but a dipole moment. What is the letter for dipole moment? P. So instead of 2aq, I can write that as a P by r square into cos theta. It is only the general expression for the total electrostatic potential at a point P due to an electric dipole. So V that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by r square into cos theta. In this expression, P cos theta can also be written as P vector dot r cap. We know that r cap is nothing but a unit vector. To understand this expression, let us recall the scalar product which we have learned already in 11th standard. A vector dot b vector, that is equal to modulus of A modulus of B into cos theta. Theta is the angle between the A vector and the B vector. Like this one want to be applied here. Here I have written P vector dot r cap. It is also a vector, so r cap. According to this expression, P modulus of P vector, that is nothing but a P modulus of r cap cos theta. P vector has a modulus, that is P, and modulus of the unit vector is nothing but a 1, no need to write here, and cos theta. So same thing is here. So P cos theta can also be written as P vector dot r cap. So this expression can also written as V that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P vector dot r cap by r square. Now we are going to discuss the special cases in this expression. Suppose the point P lies on the dipole axis on the side of the positive charge. Now the arrangement is like that only, no, theta, point P is here. Suppose the point P lies on the positive charge side of the positive charge. What will be the angle? Angle will be equal to 0. So in that case, point P lies on the axial line at the side of the positive charge, means there will be no more angle, but theta will be equal to 0. Now the 0 value can be applied here, cos 0. Then what will be the value of V, that is electrostatic potential, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by r square cos 0 nothing but a 1. So that has the maximum value. Electrostatic potential will be maximum here. Second case, suppose the point P lies on the dipole axis at the side of the negative charge. Suppose point P lies in the side of negative charge. Now what about the angle? From 0 this increases, now it is theta, now it is gradually increases, and finally that makes a straight line. Now what is the angle? 180. It falls on the negative side, means negative charge side, means the angle will be equal to 180. Then what is the value of cos 180? That's nothing but a minus 1. Now what will be the change in electrostatic potential? V that is equal to same thing, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by r square. But what is the value of cos 180? Cos 180 is nothing but a minus 1. So here I can write that as a V that is equal to minus 1 by 4 by epsilon naught P by r square. And the last case, that is the third one, theta that is equal to 90 degree. In the previous video we have learned that's nothing but an equatorial plane we have learned, So now the theta is 90 degree. It will be like this, exactly equatorial line. So charges are placed here. So now angle is theta, point P is here. Then what will be the value? Cos 90 you have to apply. What will be the electrostatic potential? It will be 0, because cos 90 is 0. The entire value will be 0. Electrostatic potential will be equal to 0.